in the media.
Yes, that's correct. That's a part of my daily job description. But in overall, I'm an overall commander in the office. I'm responsible for the day-to-day running of that office, responsible in facilitating of meetings, responsible for his calendar to make sure that his calendar is accordingly and all the slots for his meetings. So, and also support him in all the meetings he's attending.
Now, did you, and I want to refer you to paragraph 78 of your affidavit, where you confirmed that you knew who Brown Mogotsi was, and that the minister too knew Brown Mogotsi from the Northwest. Lieutenant General Nkwenazi sent Brown Mogotsi's number to me, and I confirmed that it was indeed Brown Mogotsi's number. So the question is that you would have facilitated meetings between the minister and other ministers and members of the public, including Mr. Brown Mogotsi.
That's correct, sir.
So just tell us, what did you know about any meetings between Mr. Mogotsi and Minister Nkunu?
Since I joined Ministry Office in August, I only recall one meeting which I facilitated between Minister and Brown Mogotsi, who in turn arrived with several other people, 4 or 5 of them. Then I also recall facilitating a second meeting with the Brown Mogotsi, which that meeting could not materialize. The guests or people were also had other urgent engagements. Then I had to cancel that meeting. So that, since I joined, that are 2 meetings, then I can recall.
Now you say, I'll come back to those meetings, but you say at paragraph 80 that you personally got to know Brown Mogotsi during your position as Chief of Staff. It appears to indicate some kind of ongoing, continuous relationship between you and Mr. Mogotsi.
No, in facilitating those meetings, Brown Mogotsi had to know my number and I have to know his number. Because now I'm facilitating, Minister gave me Brown Mogotsi's number for me to facilitate with Brown Mogotsi. Then in turn, Brown Mogotsi ended up knowing me. So that's how I get to know Brown Mogotsi.
Did you say, or did I hear you, that you said the minister gave you Brown Mogotsi's number?
Yes, I did not know Brown Mogotsi. It was like any other guest that the minister will want me to facilitate and give me details of that guest to make sure the meeting will take place, to make sure I also create a slot for that meeting.
So you personally know of one meeting that you facilitated between
Yes, I
Mr.
only know
Mogotsi
2 meetings. One, the other meeting could not materialize.
And in the one meeting that did take place, were you present in that meeting?
No, I did not enter in the boardroom.
So on what basis did you get to know Mr. Mogotsi during your, and I'm quoting you, during your position as Chief of Staff, other than getting his number from the minister, other than facilitating 2 meetings, one that took place and another that never took place?
What I can give in summary, Chair, because when I need to facilitate a meeting, in some instances, I will be given a purpose of the meeting, so that when I engage with a guest, I will brief him why the minister wants him. If my memory serves me correct during that time, we were having a huge challenge in Northwest Steel Fontaine mining, Zamazama thing. During that time, there were these illegal miners that were trapped underground. So by the time Minister said, can you contact this comrade, he's from Northwest, if he can come with a few local leaders. We were planning to go to Stilfontein. Then he want to meet them to get a sense of what is going on in Northwest and so forth. But that was a sense of how I facilitated that meeting, of which Brown came with 4 or 5 other people, but I could not enter that boardroom. I was not part of that meeting. But I did know the basis of why I'm facilitating such a meeting.
So I just want to refer you to a WhatsApp message that Brown Mogotsi sent you on the 31st of January 2025.
Where is that message, Chair?
Sorry. So, sorry, Honourable Chair, Honourable Members, the message was not printed for some reason. Mr. Nkabindi, can your lawyers just assist? I think they've got a copy of this. WhatsApp messages. It's the 31st of January 2025.
But we don't have it.
I think. Yeah. It's at page 71 and 72 of an additional bundle that was handed to the Honourable Committee members. Do you have it there, perhaps? Is that the first one? On what page would that be?
It's on the thing that they have.
The first WhatsApp would be at 12:34 from Mogotsi. It appears to. It's on that page 71 on the top here. You'll see the Brown Mogotsi Chief of Staff. Is that addressed to you?
Which message, Chair?
The
Which
first
message?
one the first message on page 71.
I think you said 12:34, but I don't.
No.
see
Have you got
the top,
71? Page 71.
the first message.
Yeah. Now can we just work from the top,
That's it.
if you don't mind? Brown Mogotsi at 11:05 on the 31st of January. Chief of Staff.
I see that wording.
Would that be to you, addressing you?
Is he talking to who?
I'm asking you. It says there Brown Mogotsi.
No, I see here there's a name on top, Brown Mogotsi.
Yeah.
underneath Chief of Staff.
Yeah.
I don't see who's talking to who.
Okay. So below that, there's in brackets, there's a name Dlamini.
I see that name, Chair.
Who is that a reference to?
Who's?
Dlamini.
When I was following these proceedings, Ad Hoc and Madlanga, I remember seeing messages that were presented at Madlanga Commission. They were referring to this Dlamini name as Kat Vusmatlala.
Yeah.
So that's how, otherwise I don't even know who's this Dlamini. I can refer in that perspective, sir.
Yeah, thank you for that response. I wasn't going to put it to you, so that you confirmed that that was a reference to Kat Matlala, this Dlamini.
Yes.
Then he says, please arrange meeting as soon as possible. I think they're escalating the matter to him of non-performance, or rather let me meet you and you will explain it to the minister. Now that minister is a reference to Minister Mkhunu.
So is Dlamini talking to who?
This is an exchange between
Who and who?
Mokhotsi and Matlala. And this is in relation to the tender. It appears to be a relationship to the Tswani tender, which was subsequently cancelled. If you don't know about it, you don't need to.
No, I don't know. Yeah, I was just
comment.
wanted to
Yeah.
understand who's
Yeah.
talking to who.
And then the next.
Just a moment. Let's take Honorable Nomval.
Yeah, thank you, Chair. Mr. Nkabindo, no, I just want to make sure that I'm following you correctly. The other members who were with Mokhotsi in a meeting that materialized, did you know them?
No, Chair, I did not know them. It was the first time.
Because I've just seen here in your statement that you are saying they were ANC comrades. So how did you know that they are ANC comrades?
It was in reference when I'm facilitating a meeting with Brown Mokhotsi. Then he referred that I'm not coming alone. I'm coming with other comrades for me to arrange how many people are coming. So by him referring to his companion that I'm coming with other comrades and coming to see Minister Senzo.
So
then
did
I assume that it could be other ANC comrades.
So he did not mention that he is coming with ANC comrades?
No, he did
You
not.
assumed?
I assumed by then, when he mentioned comrades.
Okay.
Yes.
No, thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Chair.
And when was that meeting?
That meeting will be, I'm under correction, Chair. It could be between October, November. Why I'm not certain, all my information with the exact information will be on my gadgets, and my gadgets were taken.
It's 2024,
2024, Chair, yes.
around October and November.
Yeah, I'm under correction, sir, yes.
Honorable Malem.
No, sir, you can't say you assumed. You said, Minister said I must call Brown Mokhotsi. He wants to meet with other ANC comrades so that he can understand what's happening in the area where they see illegal mining. That's what you said. The minister said to you, Mokhotsi and ANC comrades. So ordinarily, I assumed there will be some debriefing by his own comrades in the area before he enters that particular place. So it can't be that you assumed. You were told that you must meet Mokhotsi and other comrades of the ANC.
Chair, I think I never said like that. What I said, that Brown Mokhotsi, if he could come with some other local leaders, he has never mentioned ANC leaders. By the time Mokhotsi is saying, Chief of Staff, I'm coming with other comrades, then I said, oh, he's coming with other ANC comrades.
And this was regarding the matter of Stelfontein.
That's correct, Chair. The mining.
Stelfontein is in Kenneth Kaunda district.
I think so. I'm not too sure which district.
Okay.
but I know it's in Northwest.
Around Potchefstroom,
That's it, yeah. We just pass, after Potchefstroom, you not go too far.
Is Kenneth Kaunda.
Thank you, sir.
So could there have been a possibility of other people from outside Kenneth Kaunda district?
I'm not sure because even those people, I don't know them.
Okay. Honorable Matthews.
It's Dr. Kenneth Kaunda, Chair. I saw you in the library yesterday. I thought
Doctor.
you'd have a more, and we were talking about
Dr.
Northwest.
Kenneth Kaunda
Yeah, thank
district.
But outside of that, just to get clarity too, did this meeting take place at the private residence of the minister or at the office?
At the private residence of the minister.
Okay, so there's a boardroom and you were at the private residence, you just didn't enter the boardroom when they had the meeting?
To enlighten that, Chair, we work from that private room,
Okay.
private house. We never hardly go to the office. In the private house, we've got all offices. I've even got my office.
And we're paying for rent, but just the side story. So you didn't enter the boardroom. Why didn't you go into the boardroom? Because it was related to illegal mining, so it wasn't a personal matter. Why were you not part of the meeting?
No, first of all, these were private people, not official people. Then I thought, let me give a minister space to speak with those people,
Did you ask?
especially when they were referred as comrades. And I said, no, let me not even enter. The minister would have called me in if he wanted me.
So it's quite, might very well not have been related to illegal mining, because that would be a work-related matter and not a ANC-related matter.
No, it will be a Stilfontein illegal mining. That's how I facilitated the meeting.
Okay, all right, no problem. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you.
Honorable Malam.
Is Brown Mokhodzi from Dr. Kenneth Kaunda?
I don't know, Chair. What I know is from Northwest. I'm not too sure whereabout.
Yes.
No, I think I'm getting confused by the response that you have given to Honorable Matthews. So you knew the subject of the meeting before the meeting took place, and you knew that it was not a personal matter. It was a work-related issue. But you never formed part of the meeting, even after you knew that it's not a personal matter. Is that what you are saying to us?
Chair, personal matter, official matters in all the meetings. I don't attend all of them. Some of the meeting, the minister excused me, and some of the meeting, the minister he informed me if he want me to be part of that meeting. It's not that I just come in any meetings and we uninvited.
So the minister excuses you even on matters which are work-related. Is that what you are saying to us?
He never invited me.
Sometimes
to
he doesn't invite you. He just carries on his own, on work-related matters. Is that what you are telling this Is that what you are telling this committee today?
Yes, because even with the national commissioner, he will say that Cedrick, can you excuse us?
No. Okay.
It's
all
an
right.
official meeting, but you can excuse us.
Okay.
So I always respect that.
Are you fine, Honorable Member?
No, fine is something else I've heard, Chair.
Okay. Honorable Ngola.
Chair, I'm getting a bit confused. We're talking about a private residence, which assumable is Pretoria or Cape Town. But in the same sentence, we're talking about Dr. Kenneth Kaunda, illegal mining. So these people are said must be, okay, the minister says to the chief of staff, please arrange local leaders for us to understand what is happening in respect of what was happening in Stilfontein. So please arrange this meeting. But what confuses me is that this meeting is sitting in the private residence which in our understanding, the private residences of ministers is Cape Town and Pretoria. So I'm a bit, if the witness can enlighten us on that.
You want to know where this meeting happened? Pretoria or Cape Town?
It happened Pretoria, private residence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do like this.
Sorry, private residence or
Yeah.
official residence? Official, okay.
Sorry, official residence. It's Pretoria and Cape Town.
Okay, let's do like that. Do you want to make a follow-up, Honorable Ngcono? Can I note hands? I see Honorable Sangono, Chief Whip. Okay. Honorable Skosana and Honorable Sols. Did you still want to make a follow-up, Honorable Sangono? Okay, thank you. Honorable Skosana.
Thank you, Chair. I just want to make a follow-up as well, the issue, because what he submitted was, and what he told us earlier, is that the meeting took place at a private residence. And as a chief of staff, I don't think it's proper for you to mislead us, to say it was private. You know, when you say private residence, I thought we are talking about Mpangeni or somewhere else, but we are saying Cape Town and Pretoria. Those are official residents. Do you agree on that?
Yes, these are official residents. Hence, I'm even saying I have an office to work from there. We hardly go to the office. So it's an official residence, not private.
So, in other words, you were wrong by saying private resident. Do you agree on that?
I agree. You know.
No. Wait.
You know, Chairperson, be it private or official, the minister stays there. So it's like he's private, but it's an official residence, Pretoria and Cape Town.
Let me say this to you. There's a distinction on that. You can't say it doesn't matter how you call it. You know, we must have facts here. Hence, I'm saying to you, if it's private, as you were saying before, and now we are changing, and if you are changing, you must be honest to us. You made a mistake, and you must accept if you have made a mistake, chief of staff.
It was an official residence. It was an oversight to say private.
Thank you, Chair.
Honorable Sols.
Thank you, Chair. Just for clarity, is the office at the official residence, is that ordinarily where the entire staff works, or is the entire staff, including yourself, meant to work ordinarily at the other office, the office that would now be considered the workplace? So I just want to understand, was that an arrangement that is, it's not an ordinary arrangement, or is it ordinary that you work at the private official residence, or at the, let's for the purposes of understanding, say the workplace, the ordinary workplace office? Must you work there or at the private official residence? I just want to understand.
Thank you, Chair. The ministry is divided into two parts. There's a private staff of the ministry, and there's a full-blown support staff in the ministry. So all the staff, support staff, they are at the office. With a private, a small number, chief of staff, PA, where the minister is, we were there because we must be with him. So he is the one who prefers not to go to office quite often. Then we just follow him.
Are you fine, Honorable Sols? Bangazita.
No, thank you, Honorable Chairperson. I think I'm covered because I was also a little bit confused whether there is an official office of the minister, in which case the ministry within the department. Honorable Sauls actually has covered that area. Thank you.
May we proceed, honorable members? Okay.
Thank you, Honourable Chair. Mr. Kambeni, can we accept that you received WhatsApp messages from Brown Mahotsi and that you were copied WhatsApp messages by Mr. Brown Mahotsi that he shared also with Kat Matlala?
No, Chairperson.
You're not prepared to confirm that?
I'm saying he has never sent me a message and copied me a message with Kate Motlala.
Who's also referred to as Dlamini.
That's correct, sir. He has never done that.
Can you look at this this message? Is that a reference to you? It's the third WhatsApp on page 71. Brown Mahotsi, 1234, Senzo Chief. Is that your profile pic?
It's not clear, Chairperson. The picture is not clear.
How do you mean it's not clear? You're not able to enlarge it to see if that's you? Sorry, Mr.
Chairperson, the picture is not clear. I can't see if it's me.
And the reference to Senzo Chief, is that not a reference to you as Nkunu's Chief of Staff?
Chair, I'm not Senzo Chief. That's not me. I'm Chief of Staff in the office of Minister Senzo. I'm not Senzo Chief. Because Senzo Chief, maybe it's his Inkosi. And I'm not sure what is this. It can be Inkosi of Senzo. So I'm not too sure. If they refer to me, I'm the Chief of Staff. I'm not Senzo Chief.
Are you familiar with the content of that WhatsApp?
No, Chair. It's the first time seeing this message in this committee.
Do you know what this refers to? And I'm reading from the second last paragraph.
See, may we please speak through the microphone?
May you therefore kindly confirm as to when the SAPS may receive the outstanding medical certificates. I need to emphasize to you that this project was commissioned by the Minister of Police pursuant to a presidential pronouncement, and therefore failure to perform on your part will cause serious reputational damage to both yourselves and SAPS top management. We certainly cannot afford the aforesaid, hoping that your office will make good of this situation.
I see this message for the first time, Chair.
You don't think that that is a message directed to the Minister of Police?
No, Chair.
And then the next message, this matter may be escalated to you because of non-performance. Our guy need your intervention. Jan 08 guy who is about to take over our program. This non-performance is a result of the non-payment or late payments. I'm sending him your numbers that you meet, please.
You see this message for the first time, Chair. I don't know who was he talking with here.
And later on, the message, Brown Mahotsi, 1235, then at 1236, it says, hello, Chief of Staff. Got your numbers from Mr. Brown, requesting a meeting, please. Is that not a message directed to you?
Chair, I think it's very important then one responding to something that is very clear. Who is talking to who here? The last time you said is Brown Mohotsi and Dlamini. When Brown Mohotsi speaks to Ket Matlala, who also known as Dlamini, he's sharing a screenshot to Ket Matlala. So who's talking to who here? He's talking to Matlala, but he's saying, hello, Chief of Staff. Is this Dlamini, Chief of Staff?
Yeah,
I'm a bit confused.
What these WhatsApps reference is, yes, conversations between Mr. Mahotsi and Mr. Matlala, but they are copied to you. And then there's also WhatsApps directed to you directly from Mr. Mahotsi. Do you at least accept that you receive WhatsApp from Mr. Mahotsi?
No, Chair. Because I don't see here, I see Brown Mohotsi, I don't see who is he talking to.
The meetings that you arranged, the one that took place at the official residence and the other one that didn't take place, at whose request were those meetings arranged?
It was the minister through me.
The minister?
The minister through me who was facilitating. The minister gave me the number of Mohotsi to facilitate.
Is that the only time that you made contact with Mr. Mahotsi, was when the minister gave you his number and you had to contact him about these meetings?
I recall some of other messages from Brown Mohotsi. He do send some messages. The one I recall, it's a message about Khan. What I can describe this character, Chair, is a person who like to break news. That's what I can describe him. Is a person who will tell a story maybe before you know it. Break news. What is on the news, he forward it to everyone he knows. So I cannot deny that there are some stupid messages he will then send, not even respond to them. That this is an article, this is what he forward. So they are, but in specific to this, I cannot recall this thing talking to me.
So you did receive messages from Mahotsi, but they were what you describe as stupid messages?
That's correct, sir.
So why don't you tell him to stop his stupid messages, because you're the Chief of Staff of the Minister of Police?
Instead of telling him, you rather ignore. Because they are not causing any harm. When a person is sending a news article, it's a news article. It's whether I want to entertain it or not.
Were these so-called stupid messages from Mahotsi to you, were they before or after you arranged the meeting with the minister?
It was after, because I did not know him before that.
So before the meeting, you never got messages from Mahotsi?
Yes.
But now, isn't it more significant that now that you've arranged a meeting between Mr. Mahotsi and the minister at his official residence, that you're getting these so-called stupid messages, that you can no longer simply ignore them? This is actually a person that has now met with the Minister of Police.
There is no message of significance that needed my attention. Hence, I'm trying to describe him as a person who normally sends those news articles as if he's breaking the news. But there is no specific message needed my attention, needed my response, or any official message of some sort.
Now, you also aware that on the 3rd of March, at a portfolio committee meeting, police portfolio committee meeting, Lieutenant General Nkwanazi had then made the claim that the minister knew Brown Mogotsi. Were you also at that portfolio committee? It was an online meeting, but were you also one of the participants in that meeting, or
It was-
listed as one of the participants?
It was the 5th of March, Chair.
The other 5th
Yes,
of
I
March.
was
Thank you.
I was in attendance.
You were in attendance.
I was in attendance, yes, visually.
Okay, let's see. Let's take Honorable Malem.
Are you friends with Mogotsi?
No, Chair.
So do you receive stupid messages from people who are not your friends? Because normally people who send each other stupid messages are friends.
Chair, the messages I regard as is not a message that someone is chatting to you. When a person is sending an article as a breaking news article, you just ignore it. Oh, it's just breaking news to people that he knows. But I never interacted with Brown Mogotsi in an exchange of me responding, him sending a contextual message to me.
So you have never exchanged messages with Brown Mogotsi? That he sends you a message and then you respond to that message and then you have a chat? No?
That's correct, Chair.
Thanks. Remember, the gadgets are gone. They are going to come back.
SC, we may proceed.
Thank you, Honorable Chair.
Just one moment, Honorable Souls.
Thank you, Chair. Just, Mr. Mkabinde, so are you testifying that this WhatsApp message evidence that is being tabled, are you testifying that it is not messages that you've ever seen and it was not sent to you?
That is correct, Chair. It is the first time I'm seeing these messages in this committee today.
And just for understanding, SC, are you submitting the evidence to say that this messages is from Brown Mogotsi to Mr. Mkabinde? If so, I just want clarity on if the message on page 72, 31st of January, 1236, if this is tabled as evidence to say that it is a message from Mr. Brown Mogotsi to Mr. Mkabinde, is there a second Brown? Because the message says, "Hello, Chief of Staff, got your numbers from Mr. Brown." And then the name on top says Brown Mogotsi. So is Brown Mogotsi talking about another Mr. Brown? Just for clarity, Chair. Thank you.
Yeah, you may respond.
That's where, Chair, I was a bit confused.
No, sorry, Chair.
When I was keep on
Sorry, Chair.
asking who's
Sorry,
talking to
Mr.
who.
Mkabinde. I was asking SC because the witness already testified he doesn't know about it. So I was asking the SC for clarity.
Or is the SC who must respond to your question?
Yes, sir, because the witness says he doesn't know, but the SC tabled the evidence to us.
Okay. SC?
Am I a witness now? Must I be sworn in?
Eh?
Sorry.
Hello, SC?
Chair, these are WhatsApp messages which have been put to the witness, and he has answered them. Whether his answer is an honest answer or not, I can't say at this stage. It's been put to him that they are WhatsApp messages between Brown Mogotsi and Kat Matlala, also known as Damini. and whether and these messages were copied to him. He says that he's seeing these messages for the first time. And then there are 2 messages which I put to the witness were sent directly to him in his capacity as Chief of Staff, and he's also denied that, if I understood his evidence.
Okay. Yeah, I will come back to you, honorable members. Let me just check one thing. Mr. Nkabinde, the messages that have been put to you by the SC, do you deny knowledge of all of them?
That's correct, sir. I don't know them.
You don't know them?
All of them, yes.
And then the messages that you would regard as stupid messages, would that be the messages that would have been sent to you by Mr. Brown Mkhotsi?
That's correct, sir. Not in this fashion.
And then, so in this record that is before you, led by senior counsel now, you don't have those messages that you regard as stupid messages?
I would have them.
No, I mean in the record that is put to you now, are there no messages that you regard as as falling under the category of what you would classify as stupid messages?
No, Chair, I don't see. I don't see any of them here.
And then in the record that you have now, there is the use or the uses of the words Senzo Chief and Chief of Staff respectively. Is that correct?
Yes, I can see them, Chair.
And then when you have said that when it is written Senzo Chief, it does not mean you because you are the Chief of Staff.
That's correct, Chair.
And then in the second instance where the words Chief of Staff are used, does that refer to you?
I'm not sure, Chair, because there are so many Chief of Staff in South Africa. I'm not sure if this was me.
Okay. Honorable Sols, Honorable Skosana, Honorable Mattheys.
Chair, I take strong exception to the approach of the SC. I take strong exception. I was not interrogating the SC as a witness. We have a right to ask for clarity because this is the evidence tabled by the SC. So I want to know, is the SC agreeing that now that he's questioned the witness, this WhatsApp is not making sense, therefore it then can be scrapped as evidence. So going forward, we will not use it. So it is very wrong for the SC to use that approach and speak in jest like that. I'm merely asking for clarity. The WhatsApp name on top says the sender is Brown Mkhotsi, and then the message says, "Hello, Chief of Staff, got your numbers from Mr. Brown." I'm merely asking, is there another Brown? Or, because this message is assumed to be coming from Mr. Brown, is there another Brown? If not, do we then accept that this message is off the table as evidence? That's what I'm seeking.
Honourable Chair, I didn't intend or mean any disrespect to Honourable Member Souls. I think as a basic rule, as evidence leaders, our job is to look at the terms of reference and to put as much information at our disposal before the committee, and we do that through live witnesses and their statements. We receive information all the time from third parties outside of this chamber, and we have to process them, but they don't constitute, or that doesn't constitute evidence. Something only constitutes evidence once it's proved or disproved. So we have put, because we were forwarded these WhatsApp messages, we've put them to the witness for him to either agree or not agree, or to accept or not to accept. He is accepted. He has rejected them, and he says he has no knowledge of them. That doesn't necessarily mean that we accept his response, because all of this whole inquiry takes place in the context also of other witnesses giving evidence. Minister Nkunu has given evidence about these WhatsApps. Lieutenant General Mkhonazi has given evidence about these WhatsApp, and there's other witnesses that the Honourable Committee knows that's still on our list of witnesses, including Lieutenant General Khumalo, who has given extensive evidence before another commission in relation to all of these WhatsApps. But we can't simply take Lieutenant General Khumalo's affidavit or evidence he's given in another commission of inquiry and put it before the witness. So if and when Lieutenant General Khumalo, who I think is on our list to call at some stage, then we will at that stage be in a position to determine whether or not Mr. Nkabindi's responses to today's questions were truthful or not, or acceptable or not. So that's as far as I can take it. Certainly it's not off the table. We take seriously these WhatsApp messages that were referred to us, and that's why we've raised it with a witness. Thank you, Chair.
Honorable Sauls.
Okay, Chair. I appreciate the lecture, but I'm just seeking clarity. That's all I'm seeking. I am not at all saying we believe the witness. We are here with this exercise is because we don't immediately believe anybody. We are testing the information before us. In an effort to test the information, I'm asking for clarity as to what has been provided to us. Maybe I should rephrase, Chair. Who provided this as, seeing that it's not considered evidence, who provided it as supporting documentation to prove the allegation that messages were sent? Who provided that to the SC? And then may the SC please just provide clarity whether he also sees the discrepancy that Mr. Brown is put as having spoken to the Chief of Staff, but he's speaking about another Brown. Is it the same Brown or is it a different Brown? That's all I'm seeking for. No one is defending anybody here.
Yes,
Honourable Chair, I can't take it any further. Thus far, in relation to these WhatsApp messages, we've heard the evidence of Lieutenant General Mkhonazi. We've heard the evidence of General Sabia, also where Mr. Ngabini's name was mentioned in a WhatsApp exchange, and it's in that context that these messages have been mentioned and referred to in this inquiry, and it's in the context of the Minister's directive that was issued on the 31st of December, and it's in the context of there being allegations, which this committee must inquire into further, of political interference, and that the reason for the 31 December directive, which we're still going to deal with, is an attempt to interfere in police investigations into some drug cartels, and the disbandment that was directed by the minister was a key factor in that whole chain of events. So where there's WhatsApp exchanges between what appears to be key players like Mr. Mogotsi and Mr. Matlala, and some of them lands up in the office of the minister, they become relevant. So at this stage, the only thing we can say is that when presented to us, these WhatsApp messages appear to be relevant to our inquiry. Our job is to put it to the witness. We've done so today. I can't...
Let's do it this way. This is the evidence presented before us by General Mkwanas. Is that correct?
Yes, Chair.
Yes.
It's the
And so
evidence.
you are using this evidence to test the allegations.
Yes, Chair, to the extent that,
Thank you.
it
No,
involves or it refers
I
to...
think Honorable Sauls wanted those answers. Is it correct, Honorable Member?
That is correct, Chair. And then now that we know it is evidence given to support the allegations that Brown Mogotsi sent this message to the Chief of Staff. The Chief of Staff is the witness now and says, I have not received any of these messages. So we know that the witness claims that he didn't receive it. Now I'm asking the SC, which is doing well now, one more step, then we're done. Clarity on when he saw this evidence submitted to him, which he says he considered relevant. When he saw that WhatsApp message, is there a question, like I have a question? The sender is Brown. The content of the message speaks over Mr. Brown. Is it two Browns or one Brown? If it is the same Brown, did Brown send a message to himself? If so, do we keep this as evidence or do we question it? I hope that is a bit more.
That will only be known when the SC would have concluded questions. Let me remind you, for instance, when he started, the witness says, where you speak about Senzo Chief, I'm not Senzo Chief, it may be referring to an Inkosi somewhere. I am the Chief of Staff. And then where a message bearing the Chief of Staff appears, the witness says, I am not the only Chief of Staff. It may be another Chief of Staff in another department or another person in South Africa calling himself or being referred to as a Chief of Staff. So what we should do is to allow the probing, and we may reach a point where the SC will then make a determination to what you are asking. Allow me to move to Honorable Skosana and Honorable Matthews.
Thank you, Chair.
Honorable Nomvalo will be the last.
I heard him saying that perhaps it might mean a chief, somewhere a traditional chief. Sometimes comrades call each other chief. You know that, Chair. I'm not sure whether the Chief of Staff as well, sometimes other comrades call him chief. But be that as it may, I wanted to find out the SC because I thought that there was a consultation with the Chief of Staff, Mr. Nkabinde. And all the submissions which are made before us, obviously, the legal team has already consulted with the witness. Now, what I wanted to find out was that our legal team, as the Chief of Staff, says that this is for the first time. In other words, it means we are ambushing him now by presenting something which he doesn't have any knowledge of. But the veracity of that will be proven at a later stage, whether it's true or not true, that these messages, these WhatsApp messages, definitely comes from It's between the conversation between Mokgotsi and the chief of staff. But my last one to you, the chief of staff. Did the minister instructed you or ask you to speak to Brown Mokgotsi? Or it was only your initiative? Because you explained about the private, official residence earlier. Was it for the first time you ever spoken to Brown Mokgotsi when you said that there was a meeting and you did not participate?
That is correct, Chair. It was the first time. I did not know him prior to that.
Look at me, Honorable Scosa. Are you fine? Okay. Honorable Matthews.
Respond on that, whether the legal team did present the evidence before him before he came in here. Thank you.
SC.
Chair, the way it works is that we interview a witness, we draft a statement which we present to the witness. Almost all the witnesses, I think, I can't think of any exceptions, have thus far been represented by lawyers, legal counsel and attorneys. They look at the draft, they make their own amendments, and when the statement comes back to us signed, sometimes these drafts have been amended and some of the matter that we've put in the draft statements have been excluded. It's not our job to take issue with that, and we then, that is why you'll see almost with every witness, I deviate from the written statement from time to time, and I put certain things to the witnesses. And this is one of those occasions when we do that, because we're not going to get anywhere if we're going to get into a debate with the witnesses' counsel and agree a statement. This is not an agreed statement. And as far as the WhatsApps are concerned, we have made available to all the witnesses the written statements of Lieutenant General Mkunazi, Minister Nkunu, all the witnesses that have appeared here before. And in those statements, there are extensive references to these emails. What we have done today is just to highlight one that, in our view, was specifically directed to the Chief of Staff.
No,
so it might be, I don't take issue with Mr.
That is
Ndabeni.
adequate. That is adequate, SC. Yeah. I think we should move forward, because we are also asking questions here as honorable members. And sometimes we come with evidence that the witnesses have not heard about it before they come here. We ask them questions and we want them to respond, because we are probing. If we want choreographed answers, then it means we will not succeed in our work. Honorable Matthews.
Mine was just to ask, were these screenshots or forwarded messages or a forwarded screenshot? The senior counsel. Because he wasn't clear if it was, because you said it was messages that were forwarded to us or as to evidence leaders. So was it a screenshot or just forwarded messages?
Are you making, let's allow the SC to respond first. Or do you want to strengthen the question?
No, Chair. You know, what you are doing to SC is uncalled for. It's not done. There is a witness on the stand. The questions must be directed to the witness.
That is exactly what I'm
Yes,
saying.
and anything that is not clear from what the SC is presenting to the witness is going to be left for a later stage for engagements. Or SC, what did you mean here when we are debating all of this? But to put two witnesses in the same, in the box and then cross-examine them, it's unfair. If there's anything, let's put it to the witness, and then the witness will clarify. It must be the witness that says, "You're ambushing me." If he feels ambushed by anything, we cannot answer for the witness, and by asking our own SC questions. No, it's not done.
That's exactly what I'm saying, because members are asking questions which are unconventional. It has not happened in these proceedings that you would want any material that is used to test the evidence of the witness to be presented before the witness. And that's why I remind you that you have been asking questions. A witness will come here and you will ask him or her, "Do you know Soviet Lakhanyan?" That is the first time the witness comes across such a name. Can we move forward? The last hand was the hand of Honorable Nombal.
Yeah.
No, Chair.
Thank you. Wait, man. My hand has been up. Have been
Chair,
noted.
point
before
of
me.
order, please.
Let's take the point of Honorable Sols.
I have to speak on that because the SC insinuated that I interrogated him. Honorable Malema is saying that we cannot interrogate. Yourself agrees. That would mean that the understanding is that we were interrogating the SC. So I want to clarify, that wasn't an interrogation. The practice has always been we can ask of the SC for clarity. So I take exception that the understanding is now that I was interrogating. I'm not interrogating the SC. I was asking for clarity, and it is okay for us to ask clarity.
There is no honorable member.
If the shoe fits, wait.
No, Honorable Malem.
I wear a bigger size.
If the shoe fits, wear it, whether small or
Chair,
big, as long as it's fitting.
You must take control
Wait.
over this meeting because Honorable Malema behaves like he's chairing this meeting. If he doesn't advise you, he wants to tell us how we must do it here. I left it for a long time. We're not going to allow it. He doesn't rule us here.
If the shoe fits, wear it.
Honorable members, you know, yesterday I told you the story of a legend. The story of Walter Sisulu who says immediately after I was elected, I took Walter back home to the Sisulus and brought the Secretary General to the ANC. Can we take our names back to our families?
No.
And become public representatives the country is watching today?
No, we are addressing Honorable Malema. Malema, he left home. The husband is home.
Chair.
We are dealing with the honorable member
but what
here.
Honorable Sols is doing is out of order.
Honorable Nomvalo, just a moment. You know, Honorable Sols.
No.
May you please switch off your microphone. You know, I have warned you many times, honorable members, that when the referee blows the whistle, realizing that there is a player who is being fouled, and the player retaliates. When the player retaliates, he acts in a common purpose, and he forfeits the right for protection. The referee issues a red card on the player that retaliates and warns the initial foul. So let's play a fair game. Allow the referee to go with the flow of the game, and where there are fouls committed, the referee will blow the whistle. Please. Otherwise, the next foul, Honorable Sols, is a red card. And in this case, a red card will mean you will leave the proceedings. Honorable Nomval.
Yeah, no, thanks, Chair. Chair, we are raising our hand for two things. The first one, Chair, is that we believe that this could have been handled better, but it's not something that can put us on a stand still. Our view, Chair, is that there is nothing wrong insofar as the principle of odi alteram is concerned. by what the senior counsel is doing, because he is simply testing allegations which are implicating the witness before us. But I think that, Chair, the counsel was supposed during consultation to guide the witness, to say to him, these are the issues that you are expected to respond to during the interview in an ad hoc committee. So we're just speaking for the future now to say, in future, the council can do better by ensuring that there is no witness who comes here and say, I've been ambushed. I could have done better in terms of giving responses had I been given enough opportunity to prepare for responding to these averments or allegations. But that is not an issue we are willing to die for. I'm raising my hand for a follow-up question, Chair. If I heard you correctly, Mr. Nkabinde, you said you did not know Brown Mokhotsi before you were given an instruction by the minister to facilitate a meeting.
That's correct, Chair.
And that instruction, that meeting that you are talking about took place in November, correct? The first meeting.
Around October, November.
Yes, I said around, but under corrections, because I don't have my information. All my information are in those gadgets.
Okay, around October.
I could be precisely.
Yes, around October, November. So the minister, when did the minister give you his number? Mr. Mokhotsi's number? When did he give you? Before the meeting, a day before the meeting, or way before the meeting was held?
He gave me a number before the meeting because I could not facilitate a meeting
you know
without having a number.
What precipitates a confusion, Chair, here is that Mr. Nkabinde says in his statement, he was called by General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi in September 2024. General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi was asking him about Brown Mokhotsi. And he says, in his reply, he said to General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi, I know Mr. Mokhotsi as a close, and well, he's now saying he didn't say he's a close associate, but he says, he said to General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi, I know Mr. Mokhotsi as a person who is close to the minister. And that was in September. Again, he says he did not know Brown Mokhotsi up until he was instructed by the minister to facilitate a meeting around October and November. Now, a call from General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi was made before the meeting for which he was instructed to facilitate. So that's where the confusion is. I think there's a lot of contradiction that the witness is making.
Yeah, I want you to keep some of the questions to the point when you are allocated time to ask. Just two things. At the time, General Mkhwanazi requested you to facilitate a meeting between the minister and Brown Mokhotsi. Did you have knowledge of the person called Brown Mokhotsi or his contacts?
No, Chairperson.
You did not?
Yes.
He did not know him at that time?
And Chair, if I can clarify with the confusion. The confusion is caused by me not having my gadgets. Hence, I'm not sure when was that meeting.
Yeah.
Because remember, when these things happened, you wouldn't know there will be an ad hoc committee. So you will only refer back to your gadgets and calendars and your information.
Okay,
Thank you, Chair.
Let's keep it this way. Before that October-November meeting with the locals from the Northwest was arranged, you did not know Brown Mokhotsi.
I did not know Brown Mokhotsi.
And you did not have his numbers.
I did not have his number,
You
Chair.
only had his numbers for the purpose of arranging that meeting.
That's correct, Chair.
Thank you so much. Honor, are you fine? The answers that you wanted to get, you got.
Yeah, no, I've just heard being fine is something else. I've just heard the answers, but I'm not fine.
No, it's okay. Yeah, you will ask only one question, Honorable Ngola. We must move forward.
Thanks, Chair. I think the confusion is actually extended to all of us. The more members ask, the more the confusion is extended. The witness is confirming before us that he got the number from the minister to arrange a meeting, which was October, November. But in the affidavit the witness submitted confirms that at the time when they visited Lusigisigi, he did receive a call from General Mkhwanazi, who later sent him Brown Mokhotzi's number to confirm. So I want him just to clarify that part. Thanks.
Can you refer him to the relevant paragraph and the date? Remember,
it's paragraph 77.
Remember, he doesn't have his gadgets.
No, it has nothing to do with the gadgets, Chair. I'm saying in paragraph.
Can you refer him to the relevant paragraph, Honorable Member?
It's paragraph 77 of the witness statement.
Yes.
It's not in the gadgets. It's in the statement he deposed.
Yeah.
He says, Jaram Kwanas did send the number and I confirmed. The only thing he does not confirm in paragraph 77 is the associate part. But he confirms everything Jaram Kwanazi has said before this Ad Hoc Committee.
At Lusigisigi.
At Lusigisigi.
And when was that?
That was September 2024. Yes.
Yeah. Can you say it straight to the eyes of the witness?
I'm saying it to him. And it does not need any gadgets.
In fact, the minister himself confirmed the meeting in Lusigisigi, Mr. Chairperson, in September.
Bangazita, you know
Sorry,
how much
Sorry.
I respect you. Listen, I accord you the respect that you deserve. May you please say what you want to say.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. I was actually adding to the Honorable member who actually was insisting that the meeting was in September. And I am reminding the honorable members that even the minister himself, when he made reference to a meeting that took place in Lusigisigi, he mentioned the date as September. So the witness in front of us actually is correct in actually saying September. So now if there are any doubts, then I begin to question the value of the statement on which the witness has actually sworn.
Okay. Mr. Ngabinde, what is your take on the Lusigisigi matter and the date of the 30th of September?
Chair, guided by the 30 September, if that date is correct. 30 September when I was in Lusigisigi. The meeting of Brown Mokhotzi would have been happened before that. So the confusion of the date, it's actually that I'm not precisely of when was this meeting exactly, but guided by that, I can confirm that the meeting with the first meeting of Brown Mokhotzi would have been on that day of a call. I can't be precise of the date. I was there.
Lusigisigi.
Yes, with the minister. Yes.
Was Brown Mokhotzi there?
No, he was not there.
Okay. Honorable Malem. And Chief Whip.
Chief of Staff, is this affidavit your affidavit?
Yes, it's correct.
Do you confirm everything that is in this affidavit?
It's correct.
Did you have your gadgets when you were writing this affidavit?
No, dates I was thumb sucking.
So we are being given a thumb-sucked information here in front of the nation, and we must accept that. Because the simple thing should have been to the evidence leaders, I don't have my gadgets, and as a result, I'm unable to give you an accurate information. Because you are under oath. Some of these things are going to come across as being lies under oath, because you didn't have the equipment. So this information written here is not worth the paper written on because it's thumb-sucked. Why should we proceed with these proceedings if you are saying you don't remember anything before or after? When you are caught, you change, it must have been before. Because here, paragraph 78, I confirm that I knew who Brown Mokhosi was and that the minister too knew Brown Mokhosi from Northwest. Lieutenant General sent Brown Mokhosi's number to me and I confirmed that it was indeed Brown Mokhosi's number. This is a very serious detail which you can't just give if you don't make reference to anything at your disposal. You even give specific date. You say 30th September. We struggle with our children's birthdays here. When you remember 30th September without facilities, and then you come and say, when it doesn't favor you, I don't have my gadgets. Therefore, I don't remember. But we have an affidavit which they are saying it was thumb-sucked, Chair. Thanks.
That is a sworn statement, and on top of it is the oath that has been administered here. Chief Whip, you will respond to the two. I'm taking the question from Honorable Malema and then the Chief Whip. Then we'll give you time to respond. Chief Whip?
No, thanks, Chair. Good afternoon.
I'm coming, Honorable Skosana. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think I'm partly covered by what Honorable Malema has raised because my question primarily, Mr. Nkabinde, was to ascertain the basis upon which you were deciding on your sworn-in affidavit to choose October, November. What were the basis? I understand that the catchers are not with you. I understand that there's a Lusigi meeting. But there are two choices you have made which are quite striking. And these are choices you made voluntarily. The first one is to decide that we are going to say October, November. The second choice you have made here now before us is the second choice you have made without us forcing you to decide on it, is to tell us that essentially the only time you had the number or the contact details of Mr. Mokhosi was shortly few days before you arrange the October-November meeting. That's your choice as well. We did not force you to that decision. So my question is, what makes you to, I mean, the first one, why did you decide to place November, October, November?
Let's start with the matters raised by Honorable Malema.
Chairperson, when I was consulted by the evidence leader, I was upfront with them that it is so unfortunate that I can't be precise with dates because I don't have information with me because of gadgets. Then I was advised to more or less, do you think it could be when? So this, I made this reference based on that, of which now I can confirm, guided by the call of General Mkhwanazi, of which even that call, I can't be precisely, it was 30 September. I'm just guided by what he said. But yeah, I can be...
Just hold it a moment. If we are not accurate in terms of the dates or the days, let's use the chronological method. Between the two events, which one came first? Lusigi and the October-November meeting.
It means it was an oversight on my side. The meeting of Mokhosi, it can't be after Lusigi. It's before.
The meeting that
of Mokhosi will be before.
And then General Mkhwanazi gave you Mokhosi's number in terms of your sworn statement after at Lusigi, which comes after the October-November meeting.
That's correct, Chair.
But you say that was the time when you first got Mokgotzi's number. It was when you were given by Mukwanas.
No, Chair. The
Li-
first,
listen-
it was,
listen,
I was given by the
yeah,
minister.
I want you to understand it. How possible is that the minister requests you to have a meeting, to arrange a meeting, and the minister gives you Mokgotzi's number, then you call a meeting, the meeting happens, and then thereafter there is an event at Lusikisiki. General Mkwanasi gives you again the number that you have already, and you confirm that indeed this is Mokgotzi's number. This is chronological.
Hence, Chair, I'm saying, guided by the call of General Mkwanas, that he's asking me if I know Mokgotzi. That will be after I got the number from the minister, and that will be after the meeting of Mkgotzi and the minister. Because there was no way I would have a number to confirm to Mkwanazi without me having his number during of that meeting facilitation.
Did both of them give you Mokgotzi's number? Both the minister? Okay, between the minister and General Mkwana, who was the first to give you Mokgotzi's number?
The minister.
And then when General Mkwanazi gave you Mokgotzi's number, you already had it?
Yes, I already had it, then I had to confirm it.
Why did you have to confirm it? Because you had already spoken to Mokgotzi to arrange a meeting?
No, General Mkwanazi, it was on a different context. General Mkwanazi was asking, do you know a person called Mokgotzi? He said he knows the minister. Then I confirmed that, yes, we know that guy. Is this his number? He was further confirming. Then I checked that, I said, yes, it's his number.
Okay. We have to do this. We are going to spend some time on this matter. I must just note, let me check first with you. The answers that have been given to your question, Honorable Malema, do you want to make follow-ups?
No, Chair, we see, Chief of Staff, we were very serious, and you are under oath. You can't say, guided by Mukwanazi's call, now you know that you actually received the number before that call. Because you are the one who's writing the statement. At paragraph number 6, you write about Mukwanazi's call to you. And you even write a specific date. If you are guided by that, it should have guided you when you were writing it here. Because then you proceed at paragraph 80 to say you are now, for the first time you received a number is when the minister gave it to you. You get Mukwanazi's thing on paragraph 76, which must now help you to remember when did I get this number. You still proceed to write October even when you wrote Mukwanazi's thing. You are deliberately misleading us. You are deliberately misleading us. And we need to put that chair on the record. He's deliberately misleading us. It's a shifting goalpost. When he's caught, he says, hey, I can't remember. Oh, now I'm guided by Mkwanazi. Mkwanazi should have guided you when you were writing this. You wrote it on 76, and then you wrote the other one on 80. You read this affidavit. You wrote it, you read it. You then even confirmed that you understand what you wrote here. But what you wrote here contradicts exactly what you are trying to tell us. Can you accept that you are misrepresenting the facts here, and that you completely want to apologize, or to a particular extent even ask that you withdraw this affidavit and go and do a proper affidavit where you remember dates? Because this, once you start shifting it around, it's no longer the original affidavit. Once you start saying 80 must come before 76, then it's no longer the original affidavit before us here. You'll have to go and do a new affidavit and then do a sworn thing and then come and administer oath properly, because this is a misrepresentation which you must not accept as a committee.
What is your comment?
My comment, Chair, where in my affidavit, where there are specific dates that are mentioned or a period, I could apologize to the committee that it could be not a correct and a correct version because there was nothing assisting me in recollecting. But I did mention to the evidence leader that I'm having this predicament. And then evidence leader guided me that at least can you estimate? So it was on those bases. But if there are this discrepancy in terms of dates and the period, it's because I don't have a help on my accurate information from my gadget, which is over the month is not been returned to me.
The Chief Whip has asked you.
Yeah, no, you remember the question, okay, I think maybe you've dealt with it when you are saying, because I was asking what makes you choose October, November. I think from what you are saying, you were guided to. The last point I wanted to make on this date issue, Chair, is that in terms of your now presentation, Mr. Nkabinde, should we therefore, and I'm saying this notwithstanding what Mr. Malema had said earlier on, should we therefore accept that your actual meeting, the meeting, the first meeting between the minister and Mr. Brown Mohotsi, which was coordinated by you, would have taken place before the 30th of September?
That is correct, sir.
Okay. Thanks, Chair.
Honorable James.
Thank you, Chair. Mr. Nkabinde, jy mors ons se tyd hier vandag. You're really wasting our time. I want to ask you, are you the only person in that department that has access to dates? Does the minister not have a PA? No other support staff you could have verified these dates with? That's the one thing. Secondly, you've given us a sworn statement. You have sworn this morning. You now come and you say you have thumbsuck dates. You have a guided statement, and your dates are based on what previous witnesses have said. Are we really meant to probe further on a statement that is not truthful, on a statement that won't guide us to a means to an end? Because that's why we're here. We need to connect the dots. And when you're sitting there telling us, I don't know, it could have been 2 months prior, it could have been 2 months earlier, that is not even close. Are we meant to sit here today and even probe you with as to when things happened when you've given us a written statement? I don't think we should continue with you.
Chair, in terms of arranging the meeting with Brown, there will be no other staff member who would have been involved because it was only me having a Brown's number and contacting Brown. And another thing with the statement, I was truthful and very open to the evidence leaders. Then they drafted the statement for me. When they drafted a statement for me, after we consulted, we checked it, rectified, but I was open to them that I'm not too sure about the sequence of events because I don't have anywhere to recollect. But I am confirming that a sequence of events, Mkwanazi would have called me after that meeting. I'm guided by that, Chair.
Okay. Honorable Nomvalo.
Yeah, no, Chair. You see, our problem is that we are relying on the sequence of events here. And the sequence of events is explained by dates. To say on this date, this is what happened. And that is explained from the first to the last paragraph. If what we're being told here is anything to go by, it means the whole statement is misleading. So the committee can't rely on a misleading statement. And two, even if the statement was written by the evidence leader, they gave you to read the statement. They made you to confirm the content of the statement. And you signed the statement. Unless you are telling us that you signed it ad duress. If you are saying to us they made you to sign forcefully, then we can understand. But if they made you to read the statement and allowed you to sign it before the statement was commissioned, then it means the problem is with you. I think, Chair, the only option we have here, because we can't rely on a misleading statement. This is a misleading statement because he says he is not sure of the dates that he has written here. And the statement is reflective of dates from the first to the last paragraph. So there is no need for us to have this interview unless we are saying we have appetite of engaging in a talk show. Because this is a talk show. If he says, no, I made some mistake, some of these dates are not accurate, I did not have my gadgets. This is a statement for which you must be accountable in future. Because we make records here to say under oath, this is what you said to us. These are the dates that you gave to us. So there is absolutely no need for this interview. Nkabinde must go and write a proper statement and come back to an interview when he's ready for this interview. Unless he says he is ready to continue misleading this committee. If he says he wants to mislead us, then he can mislead us, but we are not prepared to sit in a talk show. This is a waste of time. Thank you.
I would suggest that we must not drive it that way. If there are questions that members want to ask him the question. We are about to break. That is where members can make suggestions during break as to how they view today's proceedings. But for now, let's check if there is any matter that you may want to raise with the witness. Honorable Skosana.
Thank you, Chair. The earlier, Chair, I've asked the witness, and perhaps I was misquoted. But I'm disappointed that I'm here again. I was sitting somewhere there, Section 194 Committee. The same thing happened here, that one witness said that Ngugatoy did his submission. Today, we are told our legal team has done that. But it's upon you, it's your responsibility before you sign that this is a true reflection of what we have discussed with the consultation team. But now, if we are sitting here, we are not sure, because I wanted to go back to say, if you remember my question, the issue of Lusikisiki, that Brown Mohoti was not there. Are you sure about that? One, because you didn't know Brown Mohoti, as you said. Yourself, it's not me who's saying that. You didn't know Brown Mohoti. And I guess in Lusikisiki, it was not only you and the minister and the family. There were a lot of people in that area. But for me, my disappointment now, as you already confessed that you don't think this is a true reflection because it was written for you. But my worry is that even if so, you are supposed to read it. Because now we are speculating November, December, but Chair, thank you.
What are the questions that you want to ask the witness?
My time will come if we are continuing. I wanted clarity because I'm making my own, because I asked him earlier, Chair, to say I don't want him to feel like he's ambushed here.
Okay.
Thank you.
I thought you had questions. That is why I recognized you.
I'll have a question later, sir. I wanted clarity. My question will come, Chair. Thank you.
Honorable Shongwe.
Thank you, Chair. Ngale ngokuxolisa Chair kwikomiti nezwe lonke ukuthi ngifike late. Bengise esibhedlela kushe imikhukhu lapha eBarcelona eKhayelisha 7 imikhukhu ishile. Bekungana imoto zokucima so besicima lapho. Mfaka Mkhusi ngibingelele baba. Angiqale ngokubonga uHonorable Nomvalo ngokusivezela le discrepancy engaka. Mfaka Mkhusi, owami umbuzo ule emuva ngisele kakhulu. Kunesilungu esithi show me your friends, I'll show you who you are. Ubani umngane wakho between ubaba uMkhwanazi nobaba uSibiya? Or lo beka best friend between the two, ubani beka best friend wakho?
General Mkhwanazi.
Hey. Angeneme kahle mfethu. Ngoba indlela owenza ngayo ngathi umngane kaGeneral Sibiya. Uyabona uvuma lokho, uphike lokho, ukuphika ukuvume futhi. Lama date lawo mfethu bekumele wena uma ufika la. Ukucacisa uthi ngithathelwa amafoni ngicela ukungabhali statement. Uyabona nje ngabe uyangicela ukuthi shongo mfethu ngicela ungicelele ku chair bangikhulule ngiye ekhaya. La kusesigodlweni kuyashisa mntaka baba. Angeke wacamba manga. So ngicela ukuthi mhlawumbe awubona uchair masiphuma la, uyabona. Nicoce mhlawumbe uyele ekhamva kababa uphinde ubuye ngoba ayichangeke. Lento evezo umfoka Nomvalo isiqhaqhe yonke lento. Mina ngisasikholwa ke lesi statement sakho mntaka baba. Mhlawumbe awufuna ukuthi uthole linye ithuba lokuthi usibhale futhi.
Mekuza ngendaba zama date ngingakusho la ukuthi ama date angekho certain ngawo ngoba angirefer dawo.
Ngiyakuvuma ke.
Kodwa ngokwezinye izinto and also I take ownership of this statement. I'm not definitely shifting any blame or to evidence leader because the statement was read by me and I signed. So it was an oversight that I could not, and the evidence leader could not pick up, and my legal team could not pick up that how can this one come first? So it was an oversight in the discrepancy of dates because I don't have information with me. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you.
Ukuthi ish kuningi ngawe mfethu yazi kuningi impela. Ku paragraph 58. You say you decided to record umbaba uMkhwanazi, right? You decided. Ku paragraph 58 of your statement. The same statement says ubaba uMchunu uyo watshela wena ukuthi urecord. So ngizama ukuthi impendulo zakho ziyafana nezikababa uSibiya nezikababa uMchunu. Zihlukile ke nokuthi ngiveze ukuthi wena umngane kababa uMkhwanazi. Yabo uma ubona ubaba uMkhwanazi izwe liyamthemba. Indoda ethi mihle lapho uyibuza ukuthi ubani igama ikuphendule leyo nto leyo. Ikutshela into eqinile ezwakalayo. Wena mfethu siseTharashishi. Sesibuya le Tharashishi manje angisazi sithini. Ngingakuceleli mfethu ukuthi sikukhulule ngempela. Cela mina ngikucelela. Ngiyakuthembisa ngizokucelela mfethu. Noma siqhubeke ngale statement. Siqhubeke ngale statement mntaka.
Chair, do I respond?
Yeah, you respond.
On the first question on number 58, I've been not led on this one as yet for me to clarify why I wrote like this in terms of recording General Mkhwanazi. I'm yet going, we're going to come to that, I'm yet to explain what happened. But with my statement, I take ownership of the statement, we can proceed.
Bangazita.
Honorable Chair.
And the last will be Ngola, who are going to take a break. Bangazita.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. I'm becoming more concerned when the witness actually says with confidence that we should continue with the evidence that he's leading. Because we have lined up a series of questions based on the series of events that actually took place after the meeting that is actually generating a lot of discussion. There were issues in December, there were issues in January. We have dates coming from the witnesses that had appeared before us. Now, if the witness before us now is not going to be sure on the dates, what will then be the merit of, continuing interrogating him on the series of events that actually happened subsequent to November? And
I did not want us to debate that matter. I wanted to check if you have questions that you want to ask him. Honorable Ngola.
Thank you very much, Chair. Chair, I think I also form part of the members who reject the attempt to shift the blame on the statement by the witness. Signed, and he does confirm that the information provided in the statement is the information he gave the evidence leaders. So I'm glad that he takes ownership of it. Chair, I want us to adopt for a little bit the court approach when there is a question of invalidity of certain provisions of a certain legislation. It does not wipe out the entire legislation, but point out that sections so and so are actually unconstitutional, and therefore declare those provisions unconstitutional. I want us, Chair, not to wipe out the entire statement, because the witness as well is on record saying, I take ownership of the averments that are contained in the statement. So we have got paragraph 76 that talks about the Lusikisiki thing and the 30th. We have got paragraph 80 that talks about almost the same thing, the arrangement of the meetings in the October, November. Then we have got paragraph 81 that talks about whether an official residence or a private residence. So I want us to note those three and give his legal team and the evidence leaders during the break to look if there are no other irregularities in respect of the sequence of events, so that they fix that immediately before we come back. But one thing I want to check, Chair, is that what form of communication do you use when you arrange official meetings of the minister?
It depends. Official meetings, maybe with other departments.
Okay.
It will be
case. If you go back to the clip, you'll realize that he talks about one case with 18 counts. And he indicates that he was sentenced to 5 years suspended sentence, and a portion of money was paid. His sentence was